Rock Metal Nation, what is up? Real quick before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Rock Metal Studios, the very same studio that brings you the Rock Metal podcast, is looking to help bands who are able to record their tracks either at home or in a professional recording studio, but need some help mixing. Go ahead and send me an email at therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. That's therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. We can go ahead and discuss mixing your tracks for free. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 121 with Cabrakaän. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. The sample you just heard was MexiKa by Cabrakaän, who I've got on the show with me right now. They're a Mexican folk symphonic metal band from Mexico, and we're going to be listening to that song as well as one other while finding out more information about the band. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's go and listen back to that track, MexiKa.
MexiKa,
Coming back from MexiKa. Now, what I love, my voice. It's okay. We can do this. Orale. Okay, so what?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, fantastic. We can do this. Orale. Okay, so what I love the most about this track is the fact that it's so funny. No, what I love the most about this track is the tropical vibe in the intro. Like, it seems like a tropical vibe, but then it just breaks into going super heavy. That's what I love the most about this track.
Yeah. We wanted to do this to create this atmosphere from the jungle, and like this again. We wanted to create this atmosphere like in the jungle, but the intro was actually something that just came up, like to do something fun and at the same time different from the other songs, because you don't expect the song to get that heavy, let's say, like just like that, like it's like a 30-second intro, I think, and it just starts like really heavy, and we love that song. But we don't only love it because of that matter, like musically speaking, but also because of the message and the lyrics.
Now, you bring up a good point, the message and the lyrics. Why don't you go ahead and take us through the message and the lyrics of MexiKa?
Basically, MexiKa to us is like we wanted to create like, I don't know how you say it in English. It's like anthem.
Okay, an anthem, sure.
Yeah, but it's a message for us as Mexicans, for the people that live in Mexico, and we live like with so many issues because of our government and bad government, and we think that we have a lot to give us as people. We have a lot to be proud of as culture, but even in Mexico we have like a lot of racism between us, because we're a mix, between the Spanish people that came, the indigenous people from Mesoamerica. So it's like a country divided. You don't find only like white people or Caucasian people. You find like lots
all
of
colors of people.
Yeah. So we have like a lot of diversity in that matter. So for that reason, we've always been like divided. We only tend to like unite with when things like the earthquake from last year happens. So to us, MexiKa was something that we really wanted to do in order to create some conscience. I don't know how to say it, like to make people think and value what they have.
Awareness,
yeah.
Yeah, awareness. The essence of being aware would be the definition of awareness. But yeah, no, you definitely bring up a really good point, because my own experience with Mexico is it's an incredibly beautiful country, incredibly beautiful people. But there's always some way, in some form, a stigma that I think definitely comes more from government intervention with the people than anything else, really.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
It does suck. I don't know how to say it sucks in Spanish, but it's
Apesta.
Apesta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you gotta be like apesta. Like, you gotta be like, it sucks, but you gotta be like that cool guy. Apesta. Yeah. Apesta way. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so moving on. Let's go.
Okay.
Sure.
Simon. Okay, so let's go and listen to the next track, La Leyenda de los Volcanes.
Cabrakaän,
Rock Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. Okay, so coming back from La Leyenda de los Volcanes, similar thing that I really like about it was just like the gradual buildup. Like it starts off so gentle and peaceful, and it just gradually builds up and takes you on a journey. And I think that a lot of that is missing from a lot of modern music, is that everybody wants everything right now. How quickly can we almost get the song done and over with? Whereas you guys are saying, no, like we are actually artists, we're actually musicians, and we're going to show this in this track, La Leyenda de los Volcanes. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who doesn't speak Spanish, why don't you go ahead and take us through the message, the inspiration, the story, the lyrics to La Leyenda de los Volcanes?
Okay, this song is it's very special for us. It's something it's actually one of the first songs we ever wrote when we started this, and it's about a legend of these two great volcanoes that we have in Mexico. So it's kind of poetic because the story is about I don't know how to say it. Maybe like a Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Something like that. And it's like an impossible love between a warrior and a princess. So this guy wants to marry her, right? But they're between a great war. So the dad or the father of this girl tells him that if we wins this war, then he can marry this girl. But he goes to war, and in the meantime, they tell her, they lie to her and tell her that he was killed by the sadness and all this. She decided to take life, just to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how you say it. Yeah, commit suicide.
This guy arrives after the war and finds her like dead, right? So he takes her to the highest mountain and stay with her like until he's eventually dead. It's like the short story, right? So they are covered by the snow, and that's why there are two of the greatest volcanoes that we have there. And the interesting fact about this song is that at the beginning there's a poem in another language that we have in Mexico from the Aztecs, actually. So it's the Nahuatl. So it's not in Spanish. It's in our language, and also MexiKa. It's in Nahuatl. The last
one part of the song.
One part of the song, yeah, because the Aztecs. The correct name of them it's Mexicas. It's the correct name of the culture. So most people know them as the Aztecs, but
yes, Mexicas.
Yeah. So.
But sorry.
Did not know that. That's cool.
Okay, the name of these two volcanoes is in Nahuatl too. It's Popocatépetl and it's Iztaccíhuatl.
Very cool. Yeah, the only Aztec word I know is aguacate.
Aguacate, yes.
Yeah, because I heard that avocado is not actually like a Spanish word. It's an Aztec word that means testicle. So I use that all the time when I'm picking up chicks in the grocery store. And they're like, how do I know if this avocado is ripe? I'm like, actually, it means testicle in Aztec.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how well it works. And they're like, you're kidding. I'm like, no, look at it. Watch as it dangles. It looks like a big testicle. So it's aguacate in Aztec or whatever. Like, yeah, like they're like, yes. Wow. And I'm like, oh, and it's ripe when it's firm. Anyway, so we can come over. We can make guacamole. It'll be great.
Guacamole.
Exactly. Boom shakalaka. Well, that's fantastic. What exciting news do you guys have coming up for Rock Metal Nation to pay attention to?
Well, it's been a while since our last album. It's almost 4 years, or since our first album, actually. And this coming album will be released on May 5th, as I was saying before. So it's that we'll be shooting this the date in Calgary. So we want to make like a couple of videos from there, and yeah, we're actually recording another video in Edmonton, I think at the end of this month at McEwan University also.
What? Okay. Or como?
Como?
I don't even know how you would say what. He's like, como?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, how can Rock Metal Nation find out more about you guys? Is there a website that they should go to?
Por favor.
Oh.
Okay, you can find us on okay.
Oh, okay.
We're actually
This is not that difficult of a question, guys.
No, I know.
I know that's why I don't want to.
No tú.
Okay, you can
Por
find
favor.
us. Okay. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and YouTube. With the same name, Cabrakaän.
Cool. And so for Rock Metal Nation listening in, that's actually Cabrakaän. So there's actually 2 A's in the con part of Cabrakaan. And if you go to today's show notes at www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, you can go and get all the information that you need for today's show. Now, guys, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come on to the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Cabrakaan with Rock Metal Nation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Cabrakaän. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.